Welcome to the wonderful world of drawing. I'm your host, Jeremy Stoltz. We are on season 2, episode 289. Pretty much a halfway point of Inktober. We're on day 16, and today's topic is compass. So we will figure out what we can draw compass-wise for our very own Inktober. Last one that I have pre-cut. Let's see. This way? Or this way? This way. We're going sideways on this today. Hello, Julie. Just watching tonight, or would you like an invite up? Oh, and that reminds me, I have to take my medicine. It's drawing time. That means it's medicine time. All right, I will definitely invite you up. Invite user. Give director and buttons control. We are listening to YouTube and spooky Halloween music. Lo-fi hip-hop Halloween radio 24/7. Let me know if the music is too loud.
It's fine. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yes, I can hear you great.
Okay.
You are crystal clear.
And crystal spiders.
Crystal spiders. Now, do you want to just sit on the sideline and talk, or do you want to be brought up?
So all these years reading, and I forgot I was ambidextrous.
Oh, yeah?
And then my hands started hurting, so I was like, oh yeah, when I'm shooting pool and doing a bunch of things, many things,
Yep.
I can do it ambidextrously. Let me see if I can do this with my left hand, and I totally can. It's not even that challenging to me.
Oh, nice.
So I'm doing it as much as I can left-handed.
There you go. Well, Lord knows last November I went left-handed for a whole month because of how bad my right hand was hurting. So, but it is not hurting anymore. So
good. It's just I can't make these things fast enough. They're just they're so lovable. Everybody loves them. Not that that's
it's almost
bad
like you need to open up a factory and get a bunch of little children making these for you.
I've actually jokingly called this room the Spider Factory.
Oh, wow.
But, I do like the palm down, like stretch my hand.
There we go. Now everyone can see what you're making.
Here's the, yep.
Yep, and these right here?
The chocolate, yep.
Are the finished product?
Spider.
Oh, that one is nice. I went with purple and black spiders.
I think I'm frozen.
I got you moving on my side.
Okay. It did this the other day whenever. Okay, it's not frozen now.
Yeah.
Weird.
Lately, when I've been bringing somebody up, it's been making me blurry. So I was like, am I going to go blurry today? But no such luck with the blur. Too high up? Yes.
Oh, Lordy.
So I was racking my brain of what I was going to do that was kind of scary or at least horror related with compass. And I'm going with a scene from season 1 of Stranger Things where they got their compasses laid out on the table because they were trying to figure out why or where the upside down is.
Yeah. Doesn't it go spinning? Okay. Doesn't it spin or something?
Yeah, because they're like, well, what's wrong? Are they broken? They're like, no, they're not broken. They're just not pointing in true north. And like, how do you know that? He's like, rises in the east, sets in the west. North would be this way, and they're pointing this way. Unless there was some other type of, stronger magnetic pull than the Earth, pulling the compasses one way, then they should be pointing the way they should be going. And they're like, oh, so if we follow these compasses, we should be able to find the upside down. He's like, yes. had to watch the scene just before I went because I was like, what image do I want to use from there to signify compass?
And at some point I was talking about this prompt last night, and I'm asking my husband, like, isn't a sundial kind of a compass? But it's it was the first 2 for 1. It was a clock and a compass.
Okay.
Because, it had that little pointy thing going north.
Yep.
So it was the first 2 for 1 deal ever.
There you go. It's almost a buy one, get one free.
That's what I mean. It was the first BOGO.
Yeah. Yep.
There was no FOMO. It was the first BOGO. I just learned what FOMO means. I'm sure that you've heard this from your kids. I didn't know.
I've heard so many things from my kids, but I've actually heard more from TikTok where I come to them and go, where I'll hear them saying something, and so then I'll go on, and find out what the trend is on TikTok they're trying to copy or say, and then I'll go up to them and be like, do you know what you're saying? And they're like, yeah, I'm saying this because TikTok, and I was like, but do you know what you're saying? And they're like, no, and then I explain it to them, and they're like, oh. So that's one of the reasons why I am on TikTok, is because I want to be aware of what,
the cultural changes are outstanding right now.
And when my kid could be doing some dance that just looks whatever, it could be some very inappropriate dance. Because I know when she first started, she wanted to do certain dances, and I was like, those are not appropriate for your age. And so she wouldn't do them, which, good for her. Or I would tell her, you'd have to change up this part of the dance if you want to do it, because this part is something a 11, 12-year-old should not be doing.
I remember it got really controversial with the when I was in high school, the parents did not want the cheerleaders doing the stuff they were doing.
Yeah.
Even back then.
Even by those standards then. Yep.
But I always thought it was funny. I'd get sent home if my shorts weren't 3 inches above my knee every time. But they're out there, cheerleaders are just wearing basically their underwear.
Yes. But
I don't understand this. It made no sense.
That cheerleading outfit was required for them to wear to school.
I mean, I know they weren't wearing it during class, but I'm just saying it's kind of a little bit of a funny hypocrisy. Outside by the football field, it's cool.
Now, I am going to pencil in the hand shadow that he is doing here, but I am not going to put in this in ink because I will wait until I go to color this later and then actually do some gray for the shadowing, because I do not want this much ink covering this area.
So do the viewers see a split screen like top and bottom right now?
Yeah, side by side.
Like the same size?
Yep. Or I could do it to where, I could switch it up like this to where it minimizes you.
Yeah, I wish I could make it where on my screen that it would minimize me. How do I do that? Hello, Luke.
Luke,
because I mean, I don't need to see what I'm doing.
Right. Because yeah, you're on a phone, right?
Yeah, that's probably part of the problem, right?
So yeah, you don't have control of
options. That's okay.
Yeah, the options, because I couldn't, right now I can sit there and I could change my you to 1, and it swaps us to where you're now the big screen and I'm the little screen. You could do that possibly if you were in.
Let me see.
I'm not sure how that works with the phone per se, because I haven't done a lot of broadcasting on the phone here on. Because I think I did a month of broadcasting with a phone and then got a webcam. I was like, nope, we're going webcam.
I can I tap on the thingy and then it's yeah, now you're a full screen thing, but that's all I see.
Okay. Well, if you're not worried about seeing you.
It's all right. As long as I'm not dominating the screen like it looks like on
No,
my
right now I got you up in the corner.
Okay, cool.
Because that way we can hear you and they can kind of see what you're doing and
She's
not just
lost
your disembodied
control.
voice. She's lost control.
I'm about to lose control and I think I like it.
There you go. How is Sir Luke?
Has Luke ever called in?
He has. He's actually been up with me a couple times.
Oh, really? I missed it.
Yeah, normally he just sidebars. So he'll be down here in like the studio.
That's his middle name. It's like Luke Sidebars Mixie.
Yeah, it'd be similar if I like took you off like this, where right now you're not on screen, but we can hear you.
Oh,
that's usually the treatment that I give Luke because he's like, nobody wants to see this. Muscles are tired from bicycling? Or did you do something else to make your muscles tired? And just in case, we'll give you the invite up anyways too, sir.
Yeah, I had 18 classes this week.
Oh my goodness.
And
I don't know how you do it.
Next week I've got 23 classes.
Oh my goodness, girl.
That'll be a new record. This week was a record, actually.
An impromptu bike
I'm going to
race.
make I'll probably make some protein shakes tomorrow and put them in the freezer, actually.
Yeah. Oh, I went blurry. Yes. Gotta love TikTok and their blurriness.
You lost magnificently. I went to a couple of extra classes too this week, so it wasn't like that's all I did. I did a Zumba class that wasn't something I was subbing for, and then I went to somebody else's spin class too. Also, some days I have this beautiful opportunity to reset the weight room.
Reset the what?
Resetting the weight room, which means clear the weights, put different circuit out.
Oh, okay.
So I get to move kettlebells and like barbells and dumbbells, and
that's always an exciting thing.
It's very interesting. It's kind of like playing like a puzzle game, except the puzzle game is like, like battle ropes and stuff.
Right.
It kicks my ass. Every time I do it, my little Fitbit thing says that I went for a walk.
Like oh, wow.
Because I'm walking so much for like the whole time.
You're that guy from Twitter at the bike shop? Oh, wow, you got recognized.
You're famous.
It would go to my head, too.
That's why he can't call in. He's too famous to call in.
Okay, so we're going to make... Oh, see, just as I go to make you full screen, or not full screen, but number one, I go on blurry. Okay, back to me. Here we go.
Yeah, everybody has seen me make spiders already.
We're crossing streams.
I was trying to watch Hocus Pocus, but they had it was like pop-up video facts or making fun of it. Little things where they were inserting comments, like commentary.
Yeah. Nobody wants to watch that right now. That was so 1996. Pop-up video.
Pop-up video. Nobody knows what I'm talking about except you, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He says it went to his head when they said that. Is that why he's bicycle shop famous? I've been trying to convince everybody to go get their own clip-on shoes, and I'm like, I am totally not like sponsored by them, but like go to the bike shop and get you some clip-ons. Like the clip-on shoes make all the difference in the world when you're riding.
Oh, okay.
I didn't believe it at first. I wanted to believe just normal shoes would do fine, but not as an instructor, I don't think.
I've only ever rode bikes with normal shoes, but I've never done,
These are like, these spinning bikes are just a different breed of bike because the people who designed it, they did like cross-country road rods. road rides. And apparently, when they had families, the mothers of their kids were like, "Hell no, you're not going riding your bike for days." And
Oh
so they
wow.
invented these really, really spectacular bikes. And it's different. Like when I go to the gym to practice cycling, I have to. Hey, SJ, supported.
Hey, SJ. I'm doing the scene from Stranger Things where they put all their compasses out on the table to try to figure out if they can figure out where the upside down is.
It feels like it's been forever since that came out. When did it come out?
Oh, geez. Let me see. Let's do a Google search.
It feels like a long time ago right now.
Stranger Things.
Like maybe 5 years? I'm going to guess 5 without looking.
July 15th, 2016 is when the first season premiered.
I was close.
Yep.
Have fun. He's going to be quiet. He's going to be like purposefully lurking. He's like the polite lurker like me. Because
every once in a while, we're just going to be like, and so what did you think about that, SJ? And he's going to be like, oh, God, I'm being noticed again.
I have to stop drawing to answer.
Yes. That is the trick.
See, it's easier. This is easier than me trying to type at you.
Yeah. So well, that's why I sent Luke the invite, in case he didn't want to have to type or anything like that. He could just talk.
He's carving a jack-o'-lantern, probably, you know.
Do Canadians carve jack-o'-lanterns?
I don't know. I just made that up.
Well, I mean, I don't know the Canadians.
We have 2 Canadians in here, so we can find out.
Oh, that's right. I am full of Canadians. Okay, so Canadians
You're just
still do Halloween.
You are. You're all full up. You met your Canadian quota.
I don't know, because you guys got like French things that you do, so I don't know if
maybe we sure do. They carve pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns.
I didn't know if maybe you guys decorated
Why do you think that they wouldn't have jack-o'-lanterns though?
You know, like maybe they decorated their mooses or something. Now, you know, I'm going to start thinking something's up if Jeeves comes in and there's just nothing but Canadians.
The dad jokes have moved on to Canada.
Yes. Well, I love my Canadians. I'm really close to Canada.
You're closer to Canada than America?
Yeah, Luke and I can like practically wave at each other in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's literally just across the lake from me. When they open things up and I'm allowed to go visit again, I plan to go visit him. Because, well, why not? Of course, I'll have to get my passport or driver's license, but yeah, it's across the river-ish. It is almost like a river, isn't it? All the time, especially Bullwinkle. Very nice.
Y'all could go sailing.
Okay, and then there's a shadow here that comes down all the way there. All right, so I'm not going to color in the shadows with ink, but I am going to shadow them in with pencil so that I know to color those differently later. Because I'm not coloring these things until next month. This month they stay completely ink because, well, it's Inktober. It's not Colortober.
You did one where you did November coloring the ones you did in Inktober, didn't you?
Yeah, usually that's what I do is I'll do my daily drawing, and then I'll once I finish whatever daily drawing I'm going to do for November, I usually pull out that corresponding day's Inktober and color it. Yeah. Plus, it gives me a chance to get some color stuff back, you know, because like this month here, I've pretty much got nothing but black and whites on my Instagram. So then it gets me back into having some colored stuff. All right, I think that's good enough there. That's what I'm going to put on the page.
Oh, you know what? I think Arcanum had a compass in their little logo thing. I might look that up.
Okay.
Did you ever play that game?
It sounds familiar, so I might have. I just don't. It's funny because I look up, you know, scary movies with compasses in them, and the very first movie that it gives me is The Golden Compass. I was like, how was that scary? In what universe was The Golden Compass scary? It was a fantasy kids film. Hey there, Charles. Ooh, almost spilled that. I like the ambient, spooky Halloween music.
That's interesting. I like it.
I'd love to be able to play my just actual Halloween radio station from iHeartRadio, but I'm broadcasting to Twitch and Facebook, and they don't like it when we play copyrighted stuff. The polar bear? Only in Canada. Canada has polar bears.
Hello, Charles.
Young children might have been scared with the Golden Compass, but
Man, I got scared with E.T.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't consider it a scare movie.
Somebody asked what was the first movie that scared you. I'm like, E.T., that scene in the field when they're all.
I was shown Friday the 13th very young, so that was probably the first movie that scared me. No. I know which one it is. My uncle kept me up late and had me watch the original. Oh crap! What is the George Romero black and white zombie movie? Night of the Living Dead. The original Night of the Living Dead in black and white. My uncle kept me up, late on a Saturday night, and I watched that, and that was probably the first movie that freaked me out.
Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah. Yep.
We just watched this whole thing where they talked about that movie for like.
I think I was only
for a long time in this one show. I forgot the name of the show.
I probably was only 6 or 7.
Then they talked about how much it was a lot like Psycho. In fact, like using the actress's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
The Psycho actress woman's daughter was their star. And then they showed scenes that looked similar. I had no idea that was so similar.
Yeah, me either. But we would always stay up and watch like late martial arts films, or I even remember maybe even younger. We used to watch like I don't know what his name was in the local area we were at, but like Son of the Ghoul shows where like he would show like B-rated like Elvira type movies. You know, like how she would come on and host like really bad movies like that. Well, there was like a guy called like Son of the Ghoul or something. He might have had a different name down in Florida, and I know that I was living in Florida when I was only 3 and 4. And I know I was watching some stuff then, but I couldn't tell you anything about them. It's your birthday on Tuesday. Would you have 10 minutes in the coming week to redraw one of your drawings? Yes. Do you want to schedule something Tuesday? Or are you not going to be on Tuesday? And if so, we could schedule something Monday.
birthday Tuesday. If I don't see you then, I probably won't be online. I'm going to lunch with my friend Tuesday. I'm looking forward to that.
Wait, you have friends?
I know, right? Who puts up with this? Oh my god.
I tease, dear. I only tease because I know I sit back here and go, wait, I don't have any friends. Why do you get to have any?
That's funny.
I have people that I'm friendly with, but I don't do anything really with hardly anybody. So, I mean, for me to sit there and say, yeah, I've got friends, I don't know. To me, a friend is somebody you hang out with and do things, with on at least a semi-regular basis.
Yeah, since pandemic, I haven't been seeing my friends, but we used to go bowling and kayaking and things. The bowling alleys closed down, so no more of that unless we drive out of town. They try to keep it alive with dollar night, so we would religiously go on $1 night. I even bought my own shoes. I miss those days, and sometimes we would all go karaoke, me and my friends. Even my friends and family that liked to hang out, if they weren't going to sing, they would still come, just to sort of be a part of the party.
Charles, what time is 30 EDT? I don't know that time.
$30 typically means like 12:30 a.m.
12:30 a.m.
time
is not hard for me to do. I could.
But I don't know if is that Eastern daytime? Is that what that EDT?
Yeah, I don't.
That's your time. Yeah.
Thank you, SJ, for the sneezing blessing. Yeah, Eastern's my time, but I just didn't know.
But I was just making sure. There's so many time zones.
Right. I mean, he might not even be talking about a time zone from this universe.
This plane of existence.
Yes, it could be a whole different plane.
Oh my god, I've put it off long enough. I got to do my ink. I've made this pink spider. I made this chakra one yesterday, and then I made this one right here today.
Oh, wow.
So these are all newbies.
Thank you. I'm just trying to get the compass stuff in, and using this nib is really interesting because I can make small lines with it. But the problem is like, unlike my other nib, this little part wants to keep sliding out right here. And I don't really want to glue it in there because I'm not sure if there's a purpose for having this come out. Like if I could maybe put a different nib in here that might be smaller or whatnot. So I'm trying to leave that as a cartridge, but then the problem is that it wants to slide out on me a lot and just like come out like this while I'm using it. And then I'm like, I got to push it back in. Because I know it's set. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting here. But there's an inner ring here where I could put a smaller nib and I could take this out. From the actual, like I can separate these two things here. So this is a whole separate little cartridge thing. But yeah, it's like I've tried turning it and there's no lock to it. So it's throwing me off a little bit because the other one that I used, where did it just had the nib that went right inside, and then there was nothing else to do it. But I don't have a nib that small to fit in here. That's the one that I was using. So I have to get new nibs for this because my replacement ones are all gone.
Now say nib 10 times fast.
Nib, 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 nib. I want to see if I can find something else real quick, so I'm going to step away.
Okay.
Because I was cleaning and I don't know where I put these things.
I'm going to start my drawing, so I'm putting up my mess of spider feet. Spider feet beads. The Arcanum cover is not what I remember. Sorry for yawning. I shouldn't be yawning. I slept like, I hibernated like a bear. I slept like 9 hours to catch up. Maybe I'm still waking up. Doesn't become a nib, does it? The nib, no, nib, whatever. I might be overtired. Well, I slept a very long time. I'm just very sore. I'm going to pop my shoulder. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I've been coaching yoga and TRX, Synergy, and F45, and it's a blessing. And I am getting super strong out of it. This is work. Like, it is real work. Really real. Like, I ain't playing when I'm spinning. I'm for real. And then in the end, I'm saying, like, to them, like, y'all kicked my butt. Why y'all kick my butt like that in class? All right, I need to do my my compass. So the Arcanum cover is not what I thought. It got quiet. The Other Plane of Existence called.